The way to stop seeking validation from the wrong people is to truly define who you want to be, because that will simplify your life. Because if you truly define who you want to be and you include like the people you want to help, so like let's say you want to be a content creator, your videos will help people, right? So you truly define who you want to be in a way that helps other people. And then you simplify your life because it's just you and the person you want to be. It's just you and then the next step to get towards that. So if that is so simple that your decision making can just be based on that, then you won't seek validation from the wrong people, because it's like it will become noise. It's like if it's so simple that you know who you truly want to be, that it's like it's just taking the next step. It's so simple. But the thing is, it can be complicated if you don't know who you want to be, because then you don't know what direction to aim towards. Like if you were in a maze and you had no idea where to go, you'd be just going around like pretty much in circles all around the maze, right? But if you knew exactly what the path was to get out of the maze, then you would just take the next step towards it. So it simplifies things. But the problem is, a lot of people don't define who they truly want to be, because it takes a lot of humility to define who you want to be, because it means that you're not there yet. And it means that it might be so far away from where you are right now. Like even now, I feel like who I want to be is still like really far away from where I am now, right? So it's like it takes some level of humility to be like, okay, I might not ever get there. I might not ever be the perfect person, but at least I can inch towards it. At least I can try as much as I can today. And the more you step towards like who you truly want to be, the more meaningful it will feel to you. Because if it's truly who you want to be, then you'll get this like gut feeling when you move towards it. Like for example, I love to make videos, right? Every time I speak on camera, not every time, but a lot of times when I speak on camera, I get into a flow state. And that flow state is kind of like the reward of stepping towards who you truly want to be. It's like you start to feel like time is passing by and you're really enjoying life. And if you can get into a flow state, that's a good indication of who you truly want to be. So if you don't know who you truly want to be, then one way to define it is like, when are you in a flow state? And include that in like the type of person that you want to be. And include the characteristics that you admire about other people. And don't forget what you already admire about yourself. But if you really define who this person is, things get so simple, and then you don't seek validation. Of course, you're going to still have some sort of validation from other people. If you didn't seek validation from anyone, you'd be a psychopath. But you want to seek validation from like the people, the friends and family members who are supporting who you also want to be. Like in your definition of who you want to be, it should be included like family members, friends, you know, coworkers, clients, whatever, something business related as well. Because if you just didn't seek validation from anyone, like you'd actually go insane. Because you need to develop trust with the people around you. Like in your day-to-day life, like there's so many things that are dependent on other people. So it's like, you just don't want to seek validation from the wrong people. You just don't want to seek validation from the people who doubt you. You just don't want to seek validation from the people who aren't aligned with who you truly want to be. But if people have similar values to you, then you do actually want to seek their validation, because if you step off course, then they can help you correct yourself. They can be like, no, you shouldn't have done that. This is not who you want to be. So it's like a real friend will tell you the truth. A real friend will still kind of like validate you in a way, but it's like, it's about not seeking it from the wrong people, because so many people, they don't get started because like people from high school, middle school, third grade, people don't get started because of like people from third grade. Could you imagine you were in the same third grade class as someone, you were randomly assigned in this random town, and just because you were in the same third grade class as someone who was like kind of mean, you never get started making videos, you never follow your dreams, you never do anything that really puts yourself outside of your comfort zone. Imagine living your life like that. Like that would be a pretty sad way to live your life. It's like not getting started because of the opinions of someone you don't even talk to yet. So like, and so many people, they don't get started because of that. They hold themselves back because of just someone from their third grade, like Timmy from third grade. This is ridiculous. If you really think about it, it becomes so ridiculous. And the more that you actually define who you want to be and like start to work towards it, like let's say making videos, the more you make videos, the more you're like, wow, I can't believe I used to think like that. I can't believe I let like people's opinions that I don't even talk to hold me back. So like you'll look back at this and kind of laugh. But what the thing you have to do today is get started. You have to define who you truly want to be, and then just pick one thing, one small thing that can make you a little bit closer to that. Maybe it's making the video, maybe it's, I don't know, signing up for an acting class, whatever it is that you truly want to do. Just take one small step towards it, and you'll feel pretty great about yourself. And when you go to this thing, maybe of course it'll feel uncomfortable at first. It's always uncomfortable trying to step into a new identity. It's always uncomfortable trying to move towards who you truly want to be, because it's outside of your comfort zone. Like if you've lived your life up until this point not acting like that. The moment you start to act like that, it feels uncomfortable, but then you build momentum and it becomes easier. And the more you build momentum, the easier it gets. And the easier it gets, the more you see results. And the more you see results, the more you feel rewarded for taking steps towards who you want to be, and the more you want to do it. So it's like everything just spirals on itself, but you have to take the first step. You have to get through that uncomfortable feeling to get to the point where things start to move and you start to build a lot of momentum. Because you can't live your life not doing it. You have to compare what happens if you sit around and you don't do it. Because a lot of people, they compare, taking the hard step, like let's say posting the video. They compare that to not posting it. Because if you don't post it, you feel comfortable, right? But if you don't post it and then you wait 5 years from now, you'll probably regret not posting. You'll probably regret not getting started sooner. So it's like you have to just value who you want to be and work towards it. Because even if you don't do it, let's say you don't do it, then you'll just regret waiting longer. Like it's like you're kind of in a rock and a hard place. It's like either you move towards this thing or you wait around and then regret not getting started earlier. So it's like if you have a desire to do this, let's say make videos, whatever it is. I've talked about making videos a lot because a lot of people want to be YouTubers, and especially people who watch YouTube videos. So if you have a desire to do this, then you have an obligation not just to yourself, but also to the people that you can help to actually do it, because your videos might change someone's life. You have no idea. Like some of my videos, they get 20 views. They get one comment that's like, oh, this really changed my perspective, or this was so helpful. And like just that one comment is enough for me to keep going. So it's like, even if you're not really getting views, you don't really know the impact that you could possibly have. So if you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for the person that you can help. And that's how you stop seeking validation. That's how you get started. That's how you actually put yourself out there. You define who you want to be and you work towards it, because what else are you doing with your life? What else are we doing? We're going to wait around or become the worst version of ourselves? Like it's like there's not really any other options that are suitable in terms of like helping other people. So it's like if you just define who you want to be and you work towards it, things become a lot simpler, they become a lot better, they become a lot more meaningful. And of course it's uncomfortable. It takes a level of responsibility to actually work towards it. It means that, maybe you have to overcome your fear of self-doubt, you have to overcome your self-doubt, you have to overcome the fear of putting yourself out there, you have to overcome, not being able to speak on camera well. These are all things that you have to overcome, but it gets easier over time. But even though it won't be easy at first, it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.